Hi and welcome to the Lottie Live for today. And we are live from Lodi, Pakistan. The event is hosted by Lodi Islamabad. So we'll be implementing this animation live in After Effects, and then we will add it and run it in a Flutter app. So what will be the timeline for us today is that it will start with how we will break down the animation in After Effects, and then we will export the animation to Lottie files and preview and share it with the Teak, our guest speaker, and then make some changes in the editor to show you how we can change animations once they are exported from After Effects. And then Teak will receive the file and implement them in Flutter, render the final animation in app, and then we will have Q&A. So keep your questions with you and we will have them. Comment down all of your questions and we will answer all of them after each of the sessions. So who am I? My name is Fazal Shah. I'm the Lottie community organizer for Islamabad, Pakistan. I'm also the CEO of tvwizard.io game studios. We are working on mobile games, and today I'll be hosting this event. What is Lottie Islamabad? So I wanted to create a community where developers, animators and motion graphics artists meet to create a more learning and a more interactive opportunity in the local community in Islamabad or in Pakistan, so that more people can learn about the animations and how we can implement them about the Lottie. Thanks to Lottie team and their community team that they have enabled us and helped us a lot. So what is Lottie Files? Lottie Files is a platform for testing, collaborating and discovering animations for a community of animators, designers, developers and engineers. So it is like if you have animation in Adobe After Effects, Animate or somewhere else, you can just put it to a simple JSON file and play it in every single developer apps like Flutter, Wordpress or any other place. So and the developer doesn't need to code, so everything is on the animator sides. Plus point for developers, guys. So here are some of the use cases. These are some of the use cases that you can use. How you can use them. So you can use them to walkthroughs to help people understand your products. Then in-app animations, like you can see the TikTok logo animated, as you can see, and then the websites and blogs to keep the users more engaged and present your infographics. Plus you can have Lottie animations as stickers. If you want custom animations in your Telegram, then you can create and animate them in After Effects, export them into Lottie files and then use them there. So there are a lot of implementations. Plus, as you can see, this presentation is like animated. That's not possible with Google Slides or any other software. So we are using animations from Lottie files. So you guys can use it there too. After that, we almost 30,000 plus companies are using Lottie files to ship their animations to their users, clients and everywhere else. So in Pakistan, mostly people use TikTok, so I will take this an example, and they are a really Fortune 500 big brand and they are using Lottie animations. So it makes sense why they are using it, because it's fast and it's reliable. After that, this is the animation that we'll be discussing today. So let's jump into After Effects and discuss it, how we did this. Sorry, it's not animated by me. As you can see, you can go and download this animation and I will show you how I got this. Okay, so we have this animation ready in After Effects. It's car going through a place. It's like a 3D isometric style. You can design this in Illustrator. Everything that we animate in After Effects that can be used by Lottie should be in SVG format or Adobe Illustrator format that we can import and edit here as paths, as you can see we have here. So basically this animation is a full screen animation, and we have this guy here, the carrots, which is overlaying and creating an illusion of a 3D plan. Okay, and this path is actually masking the overall animation. So if I remove it, it will look like that. So it's that simple. And we have just this path here which combines it and make it look more 3D. in a 2D way. So after that we have this artboard. So let's jump into artboard. In artboard we have all of the assets that we have, and it's animated. If we go to the car illustrator, this is our car. So what have we done is that we have the animators have animated the lights and shadows, so it creates an illusion that the car is driving in a 3D isometric style. And then we have the tires. Sorry, the tires are not showing up after that frame because we haven't duplicated enough, but I will show you how it's done. So this is everything about the car. And also we have the background here. So background is a bit huge where the car is driving. So car is actually following a simple path, and like as you guys can see, this is the path. Sorry, the car is not following the path, the background is moving, and it's moving in a position that suits the car. Okay, so for example, if you wanna go forward, here we are going, sorry, so we are going to XYZ space. I'm adding another keyframe. So here we have, yeah, so its position at each point. So for example, the car direction will be like that, but it will change a bit on y-axis and lose on x-axis. So we have another keyframe here for this type of animation to reach it to the top, to make it reach to the top. After that we have another keyframe to cover up this path for the position, and we are here. After that so we don't need the full car to be animated. You guys can like animate the car or the path, but you guys have to do both the path and the car. So it's simple to just animate the path, and it will much better and will look good. After that we have another curve and a bit of the change in position of the car. So car is managing, the path is changing, the car is at its own position. If we go to the position, here we have, yeah, but it's aligning just with the path enough that it suits, so it doesn't look like the that the car is crossing over or something like that. To animate the car tires, we have some since the car tire is an isometric style, and you cannot, if we put round circle and rotate it, it won't rotate in this manner unless we make it 3D. But sometimes some of the animations are not supported by Lottie files in 3D, so we have to achieve this animation in a 3D style but with the 2D. That's we can also call this 2.5D. so some of the animators call it 2.5D. so we have the path designed to make an illusion that the car is rotating forward and the car is moving forward. So all of this into a car, and here we have car and we have the animated shadows. After that, as I explained earlier, then when put on these the position keyframes that we have here are just to align the path, the car path with the real path that we have in our background. Okay, so we have put this keyframe. If I remove these keyframes, so as you guys can see, the car is going away from the path since the background is moving but the car is not, so we need these keyframes. Okay, so that's everything that we have. And to make it a bit more 3D, we have this carrot. What is in carrot is just a simple path with the gradient applied to it. Okay, so nothing rocket science in it. And then we have this final animation. So now I will export it. So we have two plugins. One is from Lottify's officials that we can use. So this is Lottify's official plugin that you guys can use, and it's much better and it have a lot more option. And then we have body moving, which also exports Lottify's plugin can be downloaded from Lottify's official website, or from it can only be downloaded from Lottify's official. Once it's downloaded, you will install it, and it's pretty easy. If you have used After Effects, it will show all of the composition that we have here. And since you guys can see, we have all of the composition here. So you will find our main composition that we want to export. Search for car that that is our composition name, and we will click on next. So it will render the animation into a JSON file that will be used by developer in the app using the Lodify's SDK. So SDK is software development kit. If all of you are graphic designer and haven't used an SDK, so little introduction about that is that it helps developers to put if we want to implement this animation, we have to do everything customly and develop full background system just to render this animation in our app. So Lodify have already done that, optimized that, and everything is ready. You just have to put the JSON file and do some action in the coding, and it's done. Okay, so it's taking a little time since we have a lot of the compositions and way too many paths, so it takes some time to render. Have some patience. Also, if there is a trick, so if you guys ever wanted to download source file from Lodify's, then you guys can just go to Lodify's website, copy the JSON link and import it here, and it will generate an After Effects file from the Lottie that you have. If you don't have the Lottie, so I had just the Lottie files and I've got it here, right here. Okay, so yeah, let me just show you how it's done. If we go to lottifiles.com and search for car, so whatever your requirements is, you just search for it, and like whatever design that fits your requirements, you guys can uh, get it and just use it. So we have this animation right here. There is an animation by Luca Neggi, and once it's click, it will show you the everything in detail like this. So we have this Lodi animation URL that you can copy and put right here. So we will import it, we will paste it here, and it will generate an After Effects file like that. So once the Lodify's plugin export the animation into a live animation, it will open a pop-up in Lodify's like that. So you guys can go to the edit layer colors, which is Lodify's live editor. So you guys don't need an After Effects to edit Lotties on the go. So it's really simple. We have this animation, we can change the, since it has a lot of animation and vector art in it, so there are so many colors that you guys can change from here, and also you guys can speed it up, increase the frame rate according to whatever your requirements are. And if your background in app is in black, so you guys can test it that if it fits with your requirements or not. Our animation is still rendering, so I'm really sorry, but once it's done, it will open up a link like that, and once it's rendered, you have this editor, we have everything ready. So what I do is that we have this Lottie URL, I'll copy this and I will send it to developer. So we have shared it with him. Once they have the URL, and they will open the URL and they will see an animation like that and download the JSON file from here, or you guys can just send JSON file directly to them. Okay, so I will hand over back to our slides. So we have broken down. So now I would like to welcome Atik Samtia, our guest speaker for today. He is the CEO of II Technologies, and he has been developing apps and web apps for around 10 to 12 years, and he's really good with Flutter. So you'll guys be showing to you how we can implement this in Flutter. Welcome, Atik.
Hello Fadal, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm very well.
Okay, so the stage is all over yours. I will just shoot and you can have it. Thank you.
You can show my screen. So Fazal gave my introduction to you. I am a Flutter and Laravel developer and running a agency for software development where we develop websites and mobile apps. And let me show you the demo in Flutter, and let's implement that same Lottie file that Fuzzle just did in a Flutter app. So this is the animation. If we go to download and click on Lottie JSON, just make sure you are logged into Lottie file. This is a free, but for downloading you need a logged in account, and you simply download Lottie JSON. Here you can see this is downloaded. Now you can go back to your Lottie project. This is a small app that shows you if there is a fog or any weather condition on motorway or highway in real time. And here on the splash screen, as you can see, if I run it again, this is a static image that does not look good. So we will replace this splash screen image with our Lottie file. First step is to go to pubdev. Pub.dev is a platform for hosting Flutter packages. It is official from Google. You can if go to search and search Lottie. There are multiple packages, but this one, the only name with Lottie, is a popular one and works very well. And if you go to installing, you can install in two ways. You can use this command flutter pub add Lottie, or you can simply add the dependency into your project right away. Let's add with this dependency, and because this project is already using some of the Lottie files, so Lottie is already added, but it is a old version, so I will update it to latest version. Now you click on pubget. It will download the latest plugin files and add it. After that, if I go to the splash screen, here you can see the icon image is here being used. We will replace this one with Lottie. So in order to use Lottie, there are two options. One is to bundle the JSON with your app, and it will instantly show you the Lottie file. But the thing is, it can add a little bit of extra weight to your app. If you are showing the Lottie file without internet or on first few screens, then you should bundle these. And another option is to add this Lottie or show the Lottie through a network uh, file. We will add this as a asset because it is on splash screen, and on splash screen we don't want the user to wait. So let's drag this into our IDE and into a folder. I currently have a folder for Lotties. We can change this to splash.json, and if you don't have Lottie folder already created, you can after creating the folder, you simply go to pubspec and register it as an asset so that Flutter adds this to your app. After that, simply go to splash screen. Here we have an image asset. We will now replace this one with Lottie file. So to simply write Lottie and import this. If you are using an IDE, an Android or Android Studio or IDEA, it will automatically import. Otherwise, you can import the package here. And after that, if we are using from asset, so we will use this one, this function, and name our Lottie assets Lotties. We have this in Lotties and splash.json, and we will remove this one because this is an image. And if now we save it and rerun it, it will show our Lottie file on the splash screen. Okay, where we, yeah, it is in assets and Lotties. Is it the same username or folder? Let me rerun it again. Maybe the assets are not copied. Okay, this happens on the stage. Let me uh, add it into another folder. If I create a new folder, animations, and now add this splash JSON. This is here, and after that we go to PubSpec and register that animations. Now if we go to here, lottie.asset, now we don't need animations slash splash dot JSON. Uh, Whenever you update PubSpec file, you need to run pubget. So in IDE it is automated. Now I restart the app. Make sure to restart the app because when you restart the app, it copies the assets only. It would not work with the hot reload. As you can see, our Lottie file is being used as a, and now I will give it width and height so that it looks well like the images was being showed. Okay, and I can, if because it has a little bit extra padding, I can change this to maybe 400. This is only code that the developer will do, and no other is code is required for the animation to play, stop, etc. You can control it with your custom controller. You can even change the colors of some layers if the if you do know After Effects layer name and shape name, etc. You can change those. I can show you in another demo. Now this is done. That same 2.5D animation is being used in my Flutter app, and it is running pretty well as well. Let me show you some other features of Lottie in another demo. Now if you want to use a Lottie without adding it to your own app, and if you don't want to increase the size, then you can go to lottiefiles.com and search any animation. Search the car. Here you can see some of the free animations that are available for you to use, and at the bottom you have some premium ones through Icon Scout. These are paid ones. So choose any animation that you want to use. Let's say if we choose this one. Now you have this Lottie animation URL. Copy this one. This is a direct JSON URL, and it will automatically add the animation to your app. Let me restart the app. Lottie demo. This is the app. Now we like we use Lottie.asset. Now we use Lottie.network. For this to work, you don't need to add anything extra in your assets or in PubSpec. You only need a URL of your animation bit, and you simply paste it. It will automatically download and cache for you and run it as well. You can change dimensions here. Now these will the auto hot reload will work with network because no assets is missing, and it will automatically run through internet. Now if we go to shapes page, these are different shapes that are rendered through Lottie. And if you want to change any shape color, or because in animation or in After Effects everything is a shape or in some way or other, so you can recolor or change the opacity and change other effects through Lottie files. So this is the shapes JSON file, and if we want to change the color of this particular region, you need to declare a delegates, Lottie delegates, and what it does is whenever a frame is being rendered, Lottie engine sends the color values through here, and you can change some of the values in this, and Lottie will apply those on each frame. You can declare multiple delegates as well if you want to change color of multiple layers or anything. Now if we have yellow, color change to yellow. This is the shape layer 1. The shape is rectangle and the property is fill 1. So you can change each and everything using your own code and using your own data. In you get a control over your animations. So this is a demo of using Lottie's as easy way, and you can also go to a tough way and add your own customization over it. But if you want to use on splash screen or any other screens, you can simply load through assets. I hope this makes sense. And if you do have any questions, you can ask them in Q&A, and I will be happy to help.
Okay, thank you so much, Atik, for your time and your valuable
You
time,
are welcome.
and we have learned a lot of things from you. So let's just pop into the Q&A and see what people are asking about. So let me just show what do we have here. So there is a question on how to sell Lottie files. So Lottie files can be sold to your customers, clients, like on freelance clients and any other platform that people want to buy. People can hire you from Lottie files official website too. From your profile, there is a button for hire me, and also you can earn passive income from it by uploading your animations to the uh, uploading your animations to the Icon Scout, where people will download it. They have the subscriptions and they will just buy the animations, and you will get a cut from it. So what do we have next? We have 3D animations are supported. So if the After Effects layer is in 3D, then some of the time the rotation is not supported, but mostly the 3D is not supported. But if you export the render in a PNG sequence and then add it to After Effects and export it as Lottie files, then the Lottie files helps you is that renders all of the PNG in a single JSON file. So this way you can use all of 3D animations, as you can see on the scrollable things that we see on different websites, where the 3D models are rotating. So they are interactive. Lottie is actually rendered and then used as PNG sequence either through Lottie or custom code. So the next one is how to implement Lottie in WordPress. I think this one is for you.
Yes, you can simply use any Lottie file plugin, or you can go to lottiefiles.com and use their HTML embed feature, and it will automatically generate a code for you that you can simply paste into your WordPress and use it as a animation.
Okay, so there is a question from Suhail. Can we change the other attributes if animation through code, that is rotation or movement? So it might be done from code if you have like a rotation or animation are the main things in After Effects transform values. But if it's up to code, I think maybe you should answer it.
Yes, you can change some of that data as well. Uh, you can also listen for the frames and use your frame number as a input and change the opacity or position, because position makes rotation or movement everything. So this is also possible through this Flutter plugin.
Okay, thank you so much, Atik, for your time. I think this will be it. We have all the questions that we needed. Uh, Sorry, we have one more question from Fasiullah Shah. Which software is best to create Lottie animation? Adobe Animate or After Effects? So it's all up to your workflow, whatever you prefer. So if you are good with After Effects, you can go with After Effects, and if you are good with Animate, and as a motion graphics artist, you should know that. Both have pros and cons, so whatever prefers your style, it's good to go. So like the final file is totally something that can be used everywhere, so it's either from Animate or After Effects, whatever do you use. So we have one or two more question. Does Lottie support expressions? So yeah, Mubin, Lottie support expressions, and I think not a lot of that. Sometimes it gets crazy with it, so the page might get way too much involved with the expressions. But we can use like loop out and some of these expressions that we use in After Effects. Yeah, Lottie support that, and some from the plugins that embed the scripts into the keyframes. So yeah, those are supported too. So, and we have one or two more question. Okay, so Moksit has, how you are doing? Well, thank you so much. I want to ask a question related to the Lodifies animation. I have experience with some clients that want to make a 3D rotation effect. Okay, but as you know, 3D layers doesn't support. Okay, so in this case, we have the 2.5D as explained in the start of the event, that we have 2.5D feature that you can utilize, and if you want to go totally 3D as I explained earlier, then you can render your animation in 3D software, that is Blender, Maya, or whatever Cinema 4D you are using. You can render all of your animations there, and then just export it into a PNG sequence from any composing software, or for directly from those, I don't know if they support it, and then import it in After Effects and export it through Lottie files. So you don't need any more PNGs. Everything will be embedded in a PNG in a JSON file that can be used by Atik and developers like Atik. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining in. Thank you so much Atik for joining in.
It's a pleasure.
And this will be it for today. If you guys have any other session, any other questions, you guys can contact us through our social links as you can see below, and we are regularly updating our YouTube Lodi Pakistan with a lot of tutorials. We have just uploaded one more tutorial on introduction to Lodifies and explaining how you can sell all of those animations. Do check out that. It's in Hindi and Urdu. And thank you so much. We hope to see you soon. If you guys have any further questions, you guys can contact me directly or through any other channel. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.